the author became the first journalist to compete in the World Solar Challenge, driving the sun-powered Arrow STF across the inhospitable centre of Australia. Credit Samuel Eames. As Britain descends into daylight saving time and darkness falls ridiculously early, thoughts turn to sunnier climes such as Australia, where the summer is fast approaching. Hence the arrival of the World Solar Challenge race, which, by definition, would be very spectacular on a damp island on the edge of the Atlantic in October. The blistering sun of the Australian outback has sent many a traveller walkabout. Judgment is clouded by lack of water and daily temperatures over 40 C, especially when a scorched alien environment creates a mirage of heat haze. Today, out of the shimmering panorama passes a Jetson-style car that resembles a tea tray on wheels. More follow, each one steered by a helmeted figure under a glass canopy. They glide past in silence at up to 85 miles per hour, each one more bizarre than the first, and each has been built by some of the brightest young minds on the planet in a road race for vehicles powered only by the sun. Just making the checkered flag in a coast-to-coast dash from Darwin to Adelaide will be a major achievement. Cambridge University's Echo Racing team's car took 2 years to build but was wrecked during tests just days before the start. The notorious Stewart Highway is also one of the most dangerous roads in the Southern Hemisphere. Speed limits weren't introduced here until 2007, and wrecked cars litter the hard shoulder as it cuts through the desert. World Solar Challenge puff cars. Some entries, mostly from universities and colleges around the world, will take a week to make the 1,800-mile journey. The record time of 29 hours and 49 minutes hasn't been challenged since it was set by Japan's Tokai University in 2009. But in the no-octane world of motorsport, the World Solar Challenge is at the cutting edge of eco-technology. It lures more than 40 teams to this inhospitable region of Australia every 2 years, pushing the boundaries of solar power to the sun-soaked limit. Strapped into my solar machine, I'm starting to understand why the race is as much about endurance as speed. I've had to undergo stringent tests and trials to get my ticket to drive. Now I'm the first journalist in the 30-year history of the event to actually compete. Temperatures inside the cabin have reached 50 C, and in this type of racing air conditioning is an energy-sapping no-no. Instead, tiny air vents have been cut in the fascia of my car, while a flimsy travel fan struggles in vain to blow air towards my face. The Arrow should be driven at a steady 45 miles per hour for maximum efficiency. Credit Samuel Eames. I'm one of 4 drivers in Queensland-based Clenergy Team Arrow. My car is entered in the cruiser class, for vehicles designed to carry more than one person and judged as much for practicality as out-and-out speed. The faster, Challenger class, vehicles are single-seaters that race to be first across the line. The Arrow STF is a 2-seater weighing just 480 kilograms, with a top speed of about 92 miles per hour. However, driving a solar car is more about conserving energy than driving fast. Teams can store 10% of energy produced in their batteries, the rest must come from the sun. So when the clouds appear, every kilowatt of battery power becomes crucial. Teams are allowed an external charge as a last resort, but it counts against their finishing score. It means I spend much of my time behind the wheel balancing solar energy production with the speed of the car. A digital dashboard shows when I'm using too much right foot, or when Arrow STF is cruising at maximum efficiency. During testing on a smooth racing circuit, the Arrow was timed at 92 miles per hour. Every remotely horizontal surface is festooned with solar panels. Credit Samuel Eames. As sweat soaks my t-shirt, I soon discover that using the brakes is frowned upon, but coasting down inclines, or using momentum to cruise over the brow of a hill is fine. The team chase car tells me to aim for a constant 45 miles per hour, remarkably difficult, on an even road. Fortunately, I don't have to wear a fireproof race suit, but it's still ridiculously hot. Aerodynamics dictate that the side windows don't open. The team claims Arrow is 3 times more aerodynamic than a Tesla Model S. My only source of comfort is a water bottle strapped to the back of the driver's seat. Fatigue and dehydration are never far away, and it's a major effort to suck water from the pipe that runs over my shoulder and into the bag. I'm racing a 2-haul leg of the challenge from just south of Darwin to Katherine, a remote town known as the place where the outback meets the tropics. I had wanted to drive more, but it's already a battle to stay focused, with one stretch of road measuring 26 miles straight. The author front with the Queensland-based Clenergy Team Arrow squad credits Samuel Eames. Apart from giant mosquitoes and the 5 deadliest snakes in Australia, wandering kangaroos create a very real road danger here. They are most active at sunset, the main reason why all teams have to stop at 5 p.m. every day, camping at the roadside until daybreak. Even worse are the road trains, 4-trailer trucks that leave a trail of wind disturbance in their wake. Stewart Highway is known locally as the track, and every time one of the 173 ft long trucks blasts past him left cursing. And because Arrow STF has sensitive steering, the buffeting is amplified still further. The car also runs on narrow scooter tires, reducing rolling resistance to an absolute minimum but making the car feel light and skittish. The body shell is made from carbon fiber, with an array of solar panels that cover every inch of the roof and bonnet. The delicate panels are covered in Gorilla Glass, the same protection used on the screens of a mobile phone. A pair of lithium-ion batteries sit in the boot. Located forward of the rear axle, they help give Arrow STF a modicum of road-going stability. Otherwise the cockpit is basic in the extreme. Thirsty work. It's difficult driving for 2 hours at a constant speed when cockpit temperatures reach 50 degrees centigrade, credits Samuel Eames. By the time I coast into the first checkpoint at Catherine, I have to be hauled from the driver's seat. Mentally and physically exhausted, the team pours water over my head and half carries me to the shade of a tree. Another driver is strapped in and the grueling race continues. The Arrow is still very much in the development phase, but it's so efficient that the car could travel at 25 miles per hour indefinitely, powered by sunlight alone. In a sunny urban environment, that could be a winner, a fact not lost on the team. Clenergy hopes to offer the first commercially available solar car in the world by next year. Based on the Arrow STF, it has already received more than 30 inquiries from potential buyers. The coupe will feature satellite navigation, an infotainment system and luggage space front and rear. Thankfully, air conditioning will be standard. Full details at worldsolarchallenge.org. The facts: Arrow STF Sports Touring Framework, price £148,000, est top speed 92 miles per hour, est acceleration 060 mph in 7 sec, est range 400 km 250 miles, batteries 2x18 kilowatts, lithium. For tips and advice, visit our advice section, or sign up to our newsletter here. AZ Car Finder.